Alright guys, so this is what I'm having for my breakfast. I'm having 2 wheat toast. Between the wheat toast and on top of the strawberries, I'm having a serving of the Laura Scooter's smooth reduced fat peanut butter. And then I'm having 4 servings of egg whites with a little bit of avocado for my good fats, as well as the peanut butter. So this is what I'm having. It is a little bit higher carb, but I am going in today to do my lower heavy day of my first day of my last training block into IPL World. So really trying to focus on those good foods. What's up, guys? So I thought I would get actually to the main purpose of this channel. Yeah. What I want this video mostly to focus on, obviously, is why I count macros and why you should count macros. That is said from a very unbiased standpoint, actually. I've probably been, that's the one way that I've been dieting. It is a way to diet, and it is just like a lifestyle, like healthy eating, and understanding nutrition, in my opinion. So I say this to all my macro clients, and if you guys are looking for somebody to help you with macros or any kind of macro coaching, I actually do offer it. So you can check, I will link my website right here, and then you can go check like everything that I offer and all that stuff. So why do I count macros? Let's go over actually a few main reasons. I feel like it's just a very broad topic, and it could be very confusing. So a few of the main reasons why you should actually count macros, why I count macros, why macros will be the way I eat for the rest of my life, or if I don't do macros, then I'll probably intuitively eat, which is basically macros without actually really counting. So when you count macros, it's basically a makeup of, and you know, like you'll hear many people say, everybody's very individual, so you can't, like my macros wouldn't work for you type of a deal. And it also, you know, you got to factor in like, what are your goals? Are you trying to maintain? Are you trying to bulk? Are you trying to lean out? So everyone's macros are going to be extremely different, especially factoring in what your goals are, your energy expenditure, which is just how active you are throughout the day of a person, you know, what kind of training regimen, cardio regimen, like a whole bunch of things factor in. So macro numbers are very individual, and there's just no way around it. So basically, when you count macros, you count your fat intake, your protein intake, and your carb intake. Why it is so important to count macros versus calories is, with macros, you know exactly how much protein your body needs, exactly how much fat your body needs, and exactly how much carbs you need depending on your goal. With calories, you're counting numbers, and your all-in goal is like a total of a number, but you don't know exactly how much protein is going into your body. You do not know how much fat is going into your body, and you do not know how much carbs is going into your body. So getting to my next point, why it is so important for macros is because our body actually needs protein. Our body cannot resynthesize protein on its own, and not only is protein, not only does it replenish everything in our body, but it also obviously, you know, helps with muscle protein synthesis, which is when muscle is built, and it just basically replenishes everything in your body. So protein is made up of 20 amino acids, and half of those we have to actually, you know, feed to our bodies, or we're just not going to get protein at the end of the day. So you're going to be lacking protein, you know, like you're going to be deficient in other areas of your body because you're not getting the right amount of protein that you need. You know, if you are somebody who lifts, you know, I know my channel is very lift basis, so I know that a lot of my subscribers are people who lift or are interested in fitness. Your progress in the gym, as far as like, why am I not putting on strength? I'm here every day. Why am I not putting on muscle? I'm here every day. It's probably because it could be a number of things, but a big thing could be you're not getting in enough protein at the end of the day. Like in the beginning, when I first started my journey, I was 123 pounds. I don't even know what I'd roughly sit at right now, lean, but I've put on a lot of muscle since then. But as soon as I kicked in my nutrition into gear, like correctly, that is when I actually started seeing weight gain. For the longest time, I was just stuck at 123, but my nutrition was horrible. I was not getting in. I was probably getting in maybe 40, maybe 50 grams of protein. So bad for your body. Anyways, so we need to get in the correct amount of protein for our bodies in order for us to just replenish our body, in order for our body to function correctly, and in order for us to progress if we are people who are lifting with strength and with your physique. So jumping on, I'm sorry if this is like too fast. I'm just like trying not to make this video too long and getting to the point for you guys. So for fat, this is probably a lot of things that you guys don't know. I actually, over the years have just recently learned it from my own experience and from being like, coaching macros and stuff like that. So what fat does is not only does fat, regulate our hormones as far as like how we're feeling and stuff and just like all that, but it also helps with the absorbing process of all the vitamins that we need. So like vitamin A, vitamin E, vitamin K, vitamin D, all those vitamins that are essential vitamins for our body to be well nourished, for our body to function correctly as it should. Jumping into carbs, I don't technically want to say this, but I don't know if you guys are familiar with keto diets, which is just basically when people eat fats and protein, and it's like a zero carb diet. I don't really agree with it, but a lot of people swear by it and say like, oh, I get really lean and stuff, but I just don't know how you can sustain that over a long period of time, because carbs at the end of the day are our main source of energy, like for everything, for working out, for walking down the street, for our thought process. Like literally, like carbs are the fuel to life, to the body. So in that case, you technically don't really essentially need carbs, and it's like not going to kill you, but you're going to feel like absolute shit if you try and go on a really, really low carb diet. Like, I'm just going to be straight up open and honest here. I want you guys to, actually learn and take real knowledge from this. And this is just experience from myself, experience over the years of counting macros, talking to other people about it, my own research, doing my research from sources that are actually people who know what they're talking about, like Lyle McDonald, Eric Helms. Check them out if you guys are interested in like really learning like the scientific depth to macros. They're like geniuses when it comes to that. So yeah, technically carbs, you can go really low with, because they're not as essential as like protein. Our body needs it because we just cannot, create protein on our own, and fat deals with like our hormones and absorption of the vitamins that are essential for our bodies to be well nourished and function correctly and all that stuff. So that is why you should count macros, guys. Yeah, so that is definitely why you should count macros. I've talked to many of my clients about this, and, afterwards they're just like, wow, like, I tried to go on a cookie cutter diet, and then I ended up, binging, and then I was just kind of over it, and I gained 20 pounds. Like, I've heard that a good handful of times, and it's because when you're on a cookie cutter diet, like just chicken, just vegetables, just a potato, stuff like that, obviously for one, your fats are going to be way too low, unless, you're having a scoop of peanut butter or something. But like, how can you really, really sustain that over a long period of time? And getting to like the biggest point is macros is it's a flexible way of dieting. Not to say that you can, eat Pop-Tarts and eat donuts and like get away with it and you're going to feel like, natural energy and like, you're going to be like well nourished. Like, no, like there is like, you need to focus on actually getting in your micronutrients as well with macros, even though it is flexible. Micronutrients being your vitamins and minerals that are essential to your body that we just, our body just doesn't create it. We have to feed our body it in order to be nourished. And that's just what it is at the end of the day. So that is the thing with macros of why you should count. When you're counting calories, you do not know how much protein you're getting in, therefore you're not going to have good progression. You don't know how much fat you're getting in, so you might not be absorbing all the vitamins you need to. You don't know how much carbs you're getting in, and that's why you feel fatigued and do not have a lot of energy throughout the day. So yeah, I'm talking really fast right now, and I had coffee like 4 hours ago. Anyway, so these are the main reasons why you should definitely count macros. And Going back to my point of micronutrients, you want to definitely make sure that you are getting in, you know, more solid choices of carbs that are going to be more dense in micronutrients, like potatoes, like quinoa, like brown rice, like whole wheat stuff. You want to make sure you're getting in good fats, you know, like nuts, avocado, you know, almond butter spread, stuff like that. And as far as protein, you can pretty much go however beyond or where you want to go with protein, as long as you make sure that you're getting it in. But yes, guys, so flexible dieting is the best way to sustain a diet for a really, really long time, realistic-wise, just because it is flexible. And yeah, so that's really the main point of this video. I hope it was helpful. I tried to break it down pretty quickly because I have made a how to find your macros and how to count your macros video. It's like way, way down in my video log, but if you want to go search that, that's actually really helpful as well. But that's just the whole reason of why you should count macros. Because yeah, I just basically gave you every reason. Anyways, I hope that I covered everything. Sometimes when you go into these videos, like, you try to cover everything and then you start rambling. I'm like Queen Rambler over here, okay? You don't know how many times I gotta clip stuff out. No, I'm just kidding. No, but anyways, guys, so if you have any questions regarding macros, please comment below. I would love to answer your questions. And yeah, that's going to be everything about why you should count macros, guys, and not diet any other way. Literally said from a non-biased standpoint. Anyways, I love you guys. I've been like singing my head off all morning, and I need to go lift. But before we go lift, I am going to show you guys my grocery haul that I promised I was going to tell you or show you from Costco. If you're a new subscriber, if you're not, I'm going to show you guys my grocery haul from Costco to show you the essentials that I get from there. And then some other stuff that I picked up too. So, I love you guys. Let's go to the kitchen. So, I got this Milton's Healthy Whole Grain Bread, which I got this from Costco, and I was actually pretty, you know, impressed with the carbs. So, for one, it's 17 carb, the one and only, the basic If It Fits Your Macros Girl cereal, Cinnamon Toast Mother Crunch. This is an essential that I picked up from Costco, and I'm so happy because they actually started holding the unsweetened vanilla. Before they just had the plain almond milk, so I was really excited about that. And then I was deciding out of kale or some broccoli. I ended up picking up some broccoli, even though I don't really like broccoli, but you need to be getting in your macros and some kind of veggies, so if I, you know, spice them up, I might like them later. Like I said, this is an essential. If you, I don't even know where I'm going with that, but anyways, this is going to save you a lot of money on egg whites, straight up. So go get this. Thank me later. Kirkland, Costco. I love your guys' egg whites to be exact. Greek yogurt, plain non-fat, just to get in some dairy and get in some good vitamins, guys. Get in some, you know, it's not working out. Any macros, but high protein, good way to get in some vitamin D and calcium. I actually picked this up at not Costco, but I wanted to show you guys anyways. Getting my good fat. So Laura Scooter's Smooth Reduced Peanut Butter. It's, you know, looked organic to me, so I picked it up like all us Americans. No, I'm just kidding. Just playing myself. No. Okay, so yeah, it's 12 fat for a scoop, and a scoop's like 34 grams, so it's actually really, really tasty. And then I got some macros, think macros. I got some straws because I tried to switch up my fruits. I actually have some apples too, but I didn't get those from Costco. But right now, my vegetables, what's going on? My fruits are straws, and I have some apples in my fridge. And then, last but not least, this is going to save your guys' life if you don't Costco shop. Huge bags, or like this thing, and then there's like a whole nother part to it right here that I prepped last night, of chicken. Just like they have chicken breasts or chicken fillets. So I got chicken fillets because they're easier to chop up and cook. Guys, that is going to end that video, I think. Yes, I'm going in right now to go lift, And that's going to be the end of that video. So I hope that was helpful. Again, like I said, anything regarding macros or whatever, please comment below because it could be very confusing. Nutrition, macros, the whole shebang. I love you guys. I'm getting out of here. It's like 3 and I'm going to the gym. Usually don't even like going to the gym this late, but to be honest, I always end up going to the gym this late. So, I mean, what am I even saying? Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Helps me out a lot. And that's it. I think, yeah. Okay. Comment, like, subscribe. Love you guys.